Now, every morning you wake up, they keep 10 in Daudu, 50 in Gwe West, 10 in Guma, 2 here, 1 in Agasha, 2 on the road, 3 here, 3 in a vehicle. It is a daily occurrence now, daily. And what they are doing commonly now is that they are not even shooting, they are slaughtering like rams. That is what is happening now. 3 days back, they went to bury a young man that they slaughtered. Broad daylight, they came shooting to stop them from burying that young man. I want to say that this should be the concern of every one of us. It is not a religious issue. Some of them are hiding under religion. It is not a religious issue. I know, because I have related to Muslims for a long time, no Muslim fights or kills during Ramadan. The killing even took place more at that time than now. So they should not tell us it's Muslim. It is a hidden agenda. And this hidden agenda is being sponsored from the presidency. It is coming from the presidency. If all Nigerians are saying ranching and presidency continues to say grazing reserve, then presidency has a hidden agenda. We want to hear our president's voice. Our president should talk to us. We did not vote for Garba Shehu. We did not vote for Shegun Adesina. We want to hear our president speak to us. Presidency promised some amount of money to resettle our IDPs. It's how many years today? No kobo has been sent down here. But a lot has been sent elsewhere where they have IDPs. We also want to urge our sons and daughters who are still sitting on the fence to wake up and speak against the evil being perpetrated in our land. This matter is not only about Governor Samuel Otom. Benue sons, home and abroad, who think that they are not affected by the crisis, must know that we are all casualties, whether we are at home or not. They should raise their voices to condemn the injustice being visited on us. This is no time for politicking. What is happening here now is beyond politics. When the Fulanis come to kill, they don't ask you which political party you belong to. They should send their relief materials to those IDP camps and also solicit support on international donor organizations to come to the aid of our people. Everything is left into the hands of Benue State government, and we're having a problem. The governor is not a loner. We're asking our sons abroad and elsewhere, who are in Abuja, who are everywhere, that they should take interest in what is happening in Benue State. They have their families back home, they have villages. If you think it's not happening in your village, the whole thing is drawing nearer to every village now. So they should sit up, whether you're a businessman or you're whatever, and some of them are protecting their offices. They are protecting their personal interests. But if you protect your interests and all your people back home are killed, where will you call your home? You are having children there. Tomorrow, your children will want to know where they come from, and that place will not be in existence anymore. Finally, we wish to call on Nigerians who love justice, peace, and equity to rise and condemn what is happening to the innocent people of Benue State. The killer herdsmen are still here with us. They have resorted to guerrilla warfare. They now attack our people in their sleep and leave their familiar trademark of death. With very heavy hearts, to address you on issues bothering us as a people, Benue State and Nigeria as a nation. As mothers of this state and the nation, we owe our children the duty to voice our feelings when we see the things going wrong, and those who should speak have chosen the path of silence. We owe this country the duty to call its leaders to order and counsel them when it has become apparent that the leaders we elected are not doing what is right. We have no other country than Nigeria. You are very much aware of the worsening security situation in the country being perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen who have killed thousands of Benue people and in other states. You are equally aware of the attitude of the federal government led by President Muhammadu Buhari, who is not bothered to see women and children being killed daily by Fulani herdsmen. We are left with no other option than to conclude, as many others have already said, that the president is happy to watch his kinsmen turn Benue and other parts of the country into killing fields. A few days ago, we woke up to the news that President Buhari has vowed to create grazing routes and establish grazing reserves in the 36 states of the country next month, whether anyone likes it or not. His senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, who is not voted, is an appointee, was the one who announced the president's decision. We are wondering if this is the same democracy that we all fought and got in 1999, leading to emergence of Muhammadu Buhari as elected president in 2015. Has Mr. President forgotten that this country is now being run by the Constitution and not decrees? What about the Land Use Act, which vets all lands in the state governors? Has the act been repealed? From where is President Buhari deriving his authority that he feels he can impose draconian and dictatorial policies on Nigerians and expect us to applaud him? The other time, the Buhari presidency introduced cattle colonies. It took the courage of patriotic Nigerians like Benue State Governor Samuel Otom to rise and reject the conquest agenda. The president later dusted the program and renamed it as Ruga. But again, our eagle-eyed governor and other patriots saw through the veil and kicked against it. The president reluctantly canceled the Ruga program. Today, the entire country is speaking with one voice in opposition to open grazing of cattle, while embracing ranching, which Benue has been leading the campaign since 2016. All governors of the northern states and southern Nigeria have taken a unified stand to ban open grazing. Shockingly, President Buhari has come out to mock the governors and is threatening to impose grazing reserves on the people of this country. The words of the media advisor, Femi Adesina, last year, that people should choose between holding onto their lands and death are still fresh in our minds, that we should give out our land or we die. Adesina, mind you, is not a voted person, he's an appointee. This is unacceptable. Nigeria is not practicing nepotism. Ours is a country structured on the principles of federalism and democracy. We did not vote a tyrant as president. We believed that we voted a man with the right experience and discipline who would be for all of us and defend us, not just his ethnic group. What crime did we commit by going out in large numbers under the sun to vote for President Buhari? And he has now chosen to reward our love with hatred and our ballots with bullets. From all indications, President Buhari is for somebody and not for everybody. Contrary to his words on May 29, 2015, when he took oath of office. We want Mr. President to remember that our children and grandchildren also deserve a decent future, a future they will no longer be afraid to go to bed with the thought of being slaughtered by rampaging herders. The humanity and conscience in President Buhari should make him to think about the thousands of children whose parents were killed by herdsmen and are now in internally displaced persons camps for 4 years as orphans. Don't such children deserve to live in a country they call their own? What about the hundreds of widows whose husbands were slaughtered by herders and thrown to the birds to feed? Don't they deserve to return to their lonely homes to start life in a dehumanizing way? At the last count, Benue had over 1 million displaced people. We concerned Benue mothers say no to grazing reserves and similar policies that seek to enslave our people and hand over lands to killer Fulani herdsmen. We have also observed a disturbing trend where Fulani militia attack our people, but the federal government comes as swiftly to absolve them of any blame. A recent example was when Governor Oton was attacked on his farm by those who saw that he is standing in their way to conquering Benue and other parts of Nigeria. The terror group known as Fulani Nationality Movement, FUNAM, came out to claim responsibility of the attempt on the governor's life. Yet, the Nigerian police force exonerated the group. The police high command deployed an investigation team to Benue, which confirmed the identities of the culprits as Fulani herdsmen. The police made arrests, took the suspects to Abuja, only for the Inspector General to go to Aso Villa a few days after and declared that those who wanted to kill Governor Otom were not Fulani people. What a shame. This is condemnable. Is the Nigerian police now a Fulani police force and no longer for the protection of all Nigerians? We call on President Muhammadu Buhari to urgently address the nation and caution Fulani herdsmen to stop the killings. We know that if he makes the address directly to the Fulanis and means every word of what he says, they will listen to him. We would very much love to hear the voice of our president. We should not continue to be hearing from his aides. They are not our president. In other countries, the president would have been talking to us on a regular basis, assuring us of our safety. The president should, as a matter of urgency, announce the cancellation of his plan to impose grazing reserves on Nigerians and instead evolve a national ranching policy. A policy even the northerners, even the leader of Mayati Allah, accepted. Ganduje of Kano State has already started ranching. Maybe presidency is the one pushing for grazing and not Nigerians, and not even the northern leaders. The federal government should also throw its weight behind southern governors as a declaration against open grazing. President Buhari should motivate security agencies and direct them to be professional and neutral in the discharge of their duties. We also expect Mr. President to call his appointees to order to stop assaulting the sensibilities of Nigerians. What the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, said, comparing the ban on open grazing with spare parts business, was insensitive. Comparing human lives to spare parts. The other side of the president, called Garba Shehu, denigrates anyone who holds an opinion contrary to that of presidency. This is gross negation of the tenets of democracy. In democracies, where government is of the people and for the people, leaders of such countries listen to constructive criticisms in order to improve. We call on the international community and lovers of peace across the world to show interest in what is happening in Nigeria, particularly in the Middle Belt region, where killings of innocent people by herders have become a common sight. Benue, for instance, is the food basket of Nigeria, and for many years, farmers have been displaced from their ancestral lands. The ugly scenario has resulted to food crisis and is said to take a more dangerous dimension if not stopped now.